We stand on the precipice of greatness, yet most people never see it. Their lives unfold according to an invisible script, one written long before they were born. This script is filled with outdated beliefs, unconscious rules, and destructive patterns that keep them small, without them even realizing it. But every now and then, someone breaks free. Not because they are smarter or luckier than others, but because they changed the way they saw themselves, the world, and what was possible. That person could be you. This is your invitation to step out of the shadows and take control of your life. The law of manifestation is not just a principle. It is your ticket to break free from the constraints that have held you down for so long. You are not a victim of circumstance. The world around you, with its chaos and noise, is a reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that you choose to entertain. The world is shaped by the thoughts of individuals just like you. Everything you see in your environment, from the technology in your hand to the businesses that fill the streets, was created by people who were no smarter or more deserving than you. But they understood one thing that most people don't. They had control over their thoughts. They used the law of manifestation to shape their reality. The world is not a rigid system of rules you must obey. No, the world is clay. It is moldable. It is malleable. But only if you believe you have the right to shape it. Too many people spend their lives tiptoeing through this world, waiting for permission to make their move, living as though they are strangers in someone else's house. The truth is, you don't need anyone's permission to take what's yours. The world is yours to mold. But you must first recognize your own power, your own agency. When you take ownership of your space in this world, you'll find that the doors you once thought were closed begin to open. And when you walk through them, you'll realize that success was never a matter of luck. It was a matter of seeing things for what they truly are, the product of your thoughts. No one else will ever care about your life more than you do. This is a cold, hard truth that many avoid, but it's the key to reclaiming your power, your success, your happiness, your growth. It all begins with you. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to lose sleep over your dreams or fight your battles for you. People around you, even those who love you, are wrapped up in their own lives. Expecting someone else to care more about your goals than you do is a path that leads to disappointment. Once you internalize this truth, it is liberating. It means you are in control. It means you are the CEO of your own life. No one else can walk your path, fight your battles, or create your success but you. Stop waiting for external validation, for someone else's approval. You must prioritize yourself, unapologetically. This isn't selfishness, it's self-responsibility. In order to lead a family, a business, or a movement, you must first lead yourself. And leading yourself means you must take responsibility for your actions, your time, and your growth. When you embrace this, something remarkable happens. The world begins to respect you more. People around you start to recognize your time as valuable. They start to understand that your vision is your guiding light, and they will either fall in line or be left behind. The law of manifestation doesn't work for those who wait. It works for those who act. It works for those who seize every opportunity, who take responsibility for their thoughts and actions, and who shape their own destiny. Feel the fear, and do it anyway. Fear is not your enemy. It is your signal to move forward. Every time you encounter fear, know that you are on the verge of growth. It is not the presence of fear that separates the successful from the stagnant. but the way they deal with it. High achievers, those who have unlocked the law of manifestation, feel fear just like anyone else. The difference is, they don't let it stop them. When you feel that knot in your stomach, when the voice in your head whispers, "What if I fail?" understand that this is a sign you are on the right path. It means you are stepping into new territory. It means you are growing. Courage isn't the absence of fear. No, courage is moving forward in spite of it. Every time you choose to act in the face of fear, you expand your comfort zone. What once seemed intimidating will soon feel like second nature. Fear is nothing more than excitement in disguise, and you must learn to harness it. Every fear you face and overcome makes you stronger, more powerful, more capable. Tomorrow is a new day. This is your chance to start fresh. No matter what mistakes you made today, no matter how badly things went, tomorrow offers a clean slate. The law of manifestation operates on consistency. It doesn't care about your past failures. It only cares about your future actions. When you understand that no setback is permanent, you free yourself from the chains of self-pity and frustration. Resilience is the key to your power. Every failure is simply a lesson. Every day offers a new opportunity to grow. So when you wake up tomorrow, shake off the negativity and embrace the possibilities. Look at your failures as data, not as a definition of your worth. Learn from them. Adjust. Try again. Each time you get back up, you get closer to your goals. And over time, this mindset of continued renewal makes you unstoppable. The world cannot break you when you refuse to stay down. The law of manifestation works through action, through persistence, through unwavering belief in your ability to shape your reality. How you do one thing is how you do everything. This is a truth you must embrace if you are to master the law of manifestation. Every small action, every minor task, is a reflection of the mindset that drives your entire life. It is not just the big moments that matter, it's the small ones. Excellence is not a destination, it is a habit. If you cut corners when no one is watching, if you allow yourself to be complacent with the small tasks, you are training yourself for mediocrity. But when you approach everything you do with focus, with intention, and with the belief that every action matters, you set yourself up for success. The law of manifestation is not just about thinking big. It's about being big in every small moment. It's about the integrity with which you approach life. When you commit to the highest standards in all that you do, you begin to condition your mind to expect excellence, to expect growth, and to expect success. The way you do the small things will determine how you handle the big things. Always be growing. Growth is the essence of life. The moment you believe you have learned enough, that you've reached your peak, is the moment your progress begins to stagnate. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They never stop growing. They never stop learning. They never stop pushing themselves to new heights. This mindset shift is essential if you are to harness the full power of the law of manifestation. Your abilities are not fixed. They are as malleable as the universe itself. Every failure, every mistake, every setback is simply an opportunity to get better. The law of manifestation rewards those who believe in constant self-improvement. When you see yourself as a work in progress, you open yourself up to unlimited potential. Growth is not linear. It is a constant upward spiral. And when you commit to lifelong learning, to daily improvement, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The abundance mindset is one of the most powerful shifts you can make. Scarcity is a mindset that limits your potential. It tells you there's not enough to go around, that someone else's success diminishes your own. But abundance, true abundance, is knowing that the universe is limitless. There is more than enough to go around. And when you embrace this mindset, you begin to see opportunities where others see scarcity. You stop competing for resources and start collaborating for success. You stop hoarding and start creating. Remember, failure is feedback, not a finale. Every setback, every failure, carries a lesson. Instead of seeing failure as the end, see it as a stepping stone. Every mistake you make gets you closer to the person you were meant to be. The law of manifestation rewards those who learn from their failures, who see them not as roadblocks, but as valuable data. When you stop fearing failure, you free yourself to take the risks necessary for growth. Finally, value your time as the precious resource it is. Time is the one thing you can never get back. The law of manifestation operates in the moments you choose to invest in. If you waste your time, you waste your life. But if you invest your time wisely, focusing on what matters, on what moves you closer to your goals, you align yourself with the very force that shapes the universe. Every moment counts. Treat it as such. The law of manifestation is not about waiting for change. It's about making it. It's about understanding that you have the power to shape your destiny. The universe is waiting for you to step into your power. The world is yours to shape, but only if you believe it, only if you claim it. The time to start is now. No more excuses. No more waiting. This is your moment. Own it. Lesson 1. Own your life. Own your power. No one will ever care more about your life than you do. The cold truth is this: no one else will fight your battles, chase your dreams, or make your decisions for you. This is not a pessimistic view. It is the key to understanding your true power. For too long, people wait for external circumstances to change, for someone to intervene and make things easier. But nothing changes until you take the reins. This realization is empowering because it reveals that you have complete control over your future. You don't need someone else to validate you, to rescue you, or to fight for your success. You have the power to create the life you want, starting today. Implementation. Take responsibility for your life. Start today by taking control of your actions, your time, and your future. Create a vision for your life that aligns with your deepest desires and commit to it fully. Understand that no one will make your dreams come true but you. The world doesn't owe you anything. Your success is yours to create. It's time to stop waiting for the world to change for you and start changing the world around you. You must begin by making decisions that serve your higher purpose. This means protecting your time, setting clear boundaries, and investing in yourself. Prioritize what matters most to you, and stop apologizing for doing so. You are not here to live according to someone else's script. You are here to write your own. Guard your time like it's your greatest asset. Time is the most precious resource you have. Once it's gone forever. Every moment you waste, every minute you spend on distractions or things that don't serve your higher purpose is a moment lost forever. But when you take charge of your time, you take charge of your life. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you do not prioritize yourself and your own growth, you will have nothing left to give others. Be ruthless with how you spend your time. Say no to things that do not align with your goals. Set boundaries with others and protect your vision with unwavering discipline. As you do this, you will notice a shift in how others treat your time and your energy. They will begin to respect you more because you respect yourself first. Your time is your life, and when you learn to guard it, you open the door to unlimited potential. Take action without waiting for permission. To truly own your life, you must stop waiting for permission from others or from external forces. There will never be a perfect moment to start. You must create the conditions you need through action. Take bold steps toward your goals, even if they scare you, even if you don't have all the answers. Every step you take toward your dreams, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you've always wanted. The law of manifestation does not reward passive waiting. It rewards action. When you take action, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what is meant for you. No one is coming to hand you success. You must create it. So step up, take responsibility, and own every moment of your life. The only approval you need is your own. Become the CEO of your life. When you embrace the mindset of taking full responsibility for your life, you start to see yourself as the CEO of your existence. As a CEO, you make the decisions that move your life forward. You are responsible for your growth, your time, your decisions, and your actions. You prioritize what matters most, and you cut out the distractions. You lead yourself with the discipline and focus of someone who knows exactly what they want and is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it. When you adopt this mindset, something incredible happens. You start to attract people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with your vision. Others begin to respect your time and your goals. People start treating you with the same seriousness and dedication you have toward your own life. This shift isn't about arrogance. It's about acknowledging the immense power you already hold within yourself. Conclusion: the power is in your hands. The realization that no one will care more about your life than you do is the first step toward owning your power. When you internalize this truth, you stop seeking validation from others and begin creating your success from within. You are the author of your own story, and it is time to take control. This is the moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your circumstances and start changing them yourself. Embrace the responsibility of owning your life. Guard your time, take action, and lead yourself to greatness. Your future depends on the decisions you make today. The world is yours to shape, and no one else can do it for you. Own your life, own your power, and become the person you were always meant to be. Lesson 2. The world is yours. The world is not a rigid set of rules that you must follow. It is not a closed system where only the lucky or the chosen few get to have their dreams realized. No, the world is a canvas, waiting for those who dare to paint their own picture. What you see around you, every piece of technology, every business, every idea, was created by someone just like you. They weren't born with special privileges or smarter genes. They didn't get some divine path to success. They simply recognized that the world was theirs to shape, and they took action. So stop looking at the world as if it is something you must ask permission to be a part of. You were born into this world with the same rights as anyone else, and that includes the right to shape your destiny. But here's the catch. You must believe that you are worthy of claiming your place. You must see yourself as part of the grand design, not as an outsider waiting to be invited in. Implementation. Stop seeing yourself as a passive participant. The first step in taking ownership of the world around you is realizing that you are not a passive observer. You are not here to follow someone else's script or play by rules that were never meant to serve your highest potential. You are here to disrupt, to challenge, to create, and to leave your mark. The world you see was shaped by individuals who were once in your shoes. People who looked at the world and said, "This is mine to change." And so they did. The moment you recognize that you are not a visitor in the world, but an active participant, something shifts. You stop tiptoeing around your own life. You stop waiting for permission. Instead, you step forward, boldly claiming the opportunities around you. The world is yours, but only if you claim it. Implementation. Shift from victim to creator. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is from seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance to seeing yourself as a creator of circumstance. Too many people get trapped in the mindset of being powerless, thinking that their success is determined by luck or the actions of others. They allow external forces to dictate the direction of their lives. You must realize that this mindset is not just limiting, it is false. The truth is, you create your circumstances, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. These are the forces that shape your reality. The world does not happen to you. It happens because of you. When you take responsibility for your role in creating your reality, you begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You begin to understand that you have the power to change your circumstances, no matter how bleak they may seem. Implementation. Let go of the idea that success is limited. There is a common misconception that success is limited, that the pie is small, and that if someone else gets a slice, there's less for you. This belief is born from scarcity, and it keeps you stuck. But the reality is, success is infinite. There is more than enough for everyone. The universe is abundant, and so are you. Lesson 3. Fear is your ally, not your enemy. Fear is a natural part of being human. It is a response that signals to us that we are stepping into the unknown, into new territory. The problem arises when we allow fear to control us. Fear is often seen as something to avoid, something that holds us back from our true potential. But what if I told you that fear is actually one of your greatest allies? What if the very thing that causes you to hesitate is the very thing that can push you to grow and evolve into the person you are meant to be? The difference between those who thrive and those who struggle is not the absence of fear. It is how they deal with it. High achievers, successful people, and those who master their lives all experience fear, but they do not let it paralyze them. Instead, they use it as fuel, as a signal that they are about to break through a barrier. Fear is a sign that you are venturing into unknown territory, and that is where growth happens. Implementation. Feel the fear, then act. Anyway, you will never rid yourself of fear. It will always be there, lurking, whispering doubts and insecurities into your mind. But here's the truth. You don't need to wait for fear to disappear before you take action. In fact, if you wait for fear to vanish, you will be waiting forever. Instead, you must learn to feel the fear and act anyway. The next time fear creeps in, whether it's fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown, don't run from it. Recognize it for what it is, an invitation to grow. When you feel fear, it means you are doing something that matters. It means you are challenging yourself to become better, stronger, and more capable. Fear is not your enemy. It is the catalyst for transformation. Implementation. Use fear as fuel, not as a barrier. Fear is energy. And like any form of energy, can be channeled. You can either allow fear to hold you back, or you can use it as fuel to propel you forward. The key is to reframe fear in your mind. Instead of seeing it as something that will stop you, see it as something that will drive you. When you feel that familiar knot in your stomach, when you hear the voice of doubt telling you that you are not good enough, that you might fail, tell yourself this: this is the moment I grow. Every time you step into the unknown, every time you do something that scares you, you expand your comfort zone. You become someone who is willing to act despite fear. And that is a skill that will serve you for the rest of your life. Implementation. The more you do, the less fear has power over you. Fear doesn't control you unless you allow it to. Every time you face your fear and take action in spite of it, you diminish its power. What was once terrifying will soon seem trivial. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more you will realize that fear is just a temporary feeling. It's not permanent, and it doesn't have to dictate your actions. The more you do what scares you, the less fear has a hold over you. What once intimidated you will soon feel like second nature. This is how growth works. This is how you stretch your limits. The only way to weaken fear is to face it head on. Every time you conquer one fear, another one will take its place. And that's a good thing. It means you're constantly leveling up. Implementation. Cultivate courage, not perfection. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to move forward in the face of fear. Perfectionism, on the other hand, is a trap. It tells you that you must have everything figured out before you take action, that you must be flawless in everything you do. This mindset keeps you stuck in inaction, waiting for the perfect moment that will never come. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for courage. Courage is the willingness to act despite the uncertainty, despite the imperfections, and despite the fear. Courage is what allows you to keep moving forward even when you're unsure of the outcome. And that is where real growth happens. So, when fear tries to hold you back, remind yourself that courage is the only thing that matters. Implementation. Take action, no matter the outcome. It's easy to avoid taking risks because you're afraid of failure. But failure is not the enemy. It's just part of the process. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can count. They didn't let failure stop them. They used it as feedback to improve and adjust their approach. Next time you face fear, remind yourself that the fear of failure is far less painful than the regret of not trying. When you take action, whether you succeed or fail, you gain experience. And experience is the real key to mastery. Fear of failure will always be present, but it doesn't have to hold you back. The more you take action, the less fear will control you. Conclusion: fear is a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Fear will always be a part of your journey, but it doesn't have to be a barrier. It can be a stepping stone. It is a sign that you are pushing yourself beyond your current limits. And that is exactly where you need to be. When you learn to face fear with courage, when you use it as fuel to drive your actions, it loses its grip on you. You become the master of fear, not its slave. So the next time fear arises, welcome it. Use it to propel yourself forward. And understand that the only way to grow, the only way to move past your limitations, is to act in spite of fear. Fear will always be there, but so will you. Stronger, braver, and more powerful with every step you take. Lesson 4. Tomorrow is a new day. No matter how badly you messed up today, or how hard life hit you, remember this: when the sun rises tomorrow, you have a fresh start. Every setback, every mistake, and every failure is nothing more than a temporary condition. It does not define you, and it certainly doesn't determine your future. One of the most empowering mindset shifts you can make is realizing that no failure is permanent. There is always another chance to rise, to grow, and to improve. Resilience is the key to navigating life's storms. The ability to bounce back after adversity is what separates those who succeed from those who fall by the wayside. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about how quickly you recover from it, how you bounce back stronger, wiser, and more determined. Life will throw challenges your way. There's no avoiding that. But the power lies in your ability to start anew, no matter how hard the previous day was. Implementation. Learn from the past, but don't live in it. The first step in adopting this mindset is to stop letting the past dictate your present. It's easy to get caught up in what went wrong, what you could have done differently, how you could have performed better. But here's the truth. Living in the past is a trap. The past is over, and you cannot change it. The only thing you can control is the present and how you choose to move forward. When you make a mistake, don't dwell on it. Reflect on the lessons it has to offer, but do not carry the weight of regret or guilt. Acknowledge the setback, learn from it, and then let it go. The longer you hold on to past failures, the less energy you have to move forward. Tomorrow is a new day, a new opportunity to take a step forward, and that is what you must focus on. Every failure is simply an opportunity to begin again, but this time with more knowledge, more resilience, and more power. Implementation. Cultivate resilience through action. Resilience isn't just about being able to withstand hardship. It's about actively choosing to get up after each fall. It's about continuing to push forward, even when things don't go your way. The key to cultivating resilience is action. The more action you take, the more you realize that failures are just temporary obstacles, not the end of the road. Every time you experience a setback, get back to work. Refuse to let obstacles define you. Instead, let them refine you. When things don't go as planned, don't retreat into self-pity or despair. Take action immediately. Start small if you must, but make sure you're moving forward. Action in the face of adversity is what builds resilience. The more you act despite setbacks, the more you reinforce the belief that you can handle whatever life throws at you. Implementation. Reset every morning with purpose. Each new day offers an opportunity to reset, to refresh, and to realign yourself with your goals. How you begin each morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. If you wake up thinking about yesterday's failures, you start the day burdened. But if you wake up with a clear intention to move forward, you create a mindset that fuels progress. Create a morning routine that centers you. Take a moment to reflect on the lessons from yesterday, but then focus on what you can accomplish today. Set your intentions, visualize your success, and remind yourself that every new day is a gift. Tomorrow is never a guarantee, so make today count. Even if yesterday was hard, today is a chance to try again, to be better, to push yourself further. The power of tomorrow lies in the choices you make today. Implementation. Focus on what you can control. There are many things in life that you cannot control. The actions of others, the outcomes of external events, the past mistakes you've made. But there are always things you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. The most powerful way to reset after a difficult day is to focus on what is within your control. Instead of worrying about what went wrong or what you wish you could change, focus on the actions you can take moving forward. Take responsibility for your part in your circumstances and commit to doing better. When you focus on what you can control, you regain your power. You stop giving away your energy to things you cannot change, and you start using your energy to shape the future you want. Implementation. Embrace the power of small wins. One of the keys to bouncing back after a setback is to start small. The big victories will come, but in the meantime, celebrate the small wins. Every time you push through a challenge, take a step toward your goal, or overcome a fear, you are making progress. Small wins add up over time, and they build momentum. When you're feeling down, focus on the small, everyday victories that move you closer to your goal. These wins will remind you that you are making progress, no matter how slow it may seem. The key to achieving greatness is not just about the big leaps. It's about consistent, small steps that accumulate over time. Each small win brings you one step closer to your ultimate vision. Conclusion. Tomorrow is a new beginning. The ability to reset and start again is a gift that life gives you every single day. You have the power to choose how you approach each new day, no matter what yesterday brought. Your past is behind you, and your future is yet to be written. So, let go of yesterday's mistakes and move forward with renewed purpose and determination. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about how quickly you recover from it. It's about understanding that every day is a new opportunity to take action, to grow, and to move closer to your vision. Life will not always be easy, but as long as you have the ability to reset and keep moving forward, nothing can defeat you. Tomorrow is a new day. Embrace it. Let it be your fresh start. Lesson 5. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Excellence is not a sporadic event. It's a habit, a consistent practice in everything you do. Whether it's the small, seemingly insignificant tasks or the big, high-stakes moments, how you approach life is a reflection of who you are. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that excellence only matters when it comes to their biggest goals. But the truth is that it's the small, everyday actions that shape your success. How you handle the little things speaks volumes about how you'll handle the big things. If you're someone who cuts corners when no one is watching, who procrastinates on minor tasks, or who lets standards slip in low-stakes situations, that mindset will bleed into every aspect of your life. But if you show up with integrity, attention to detail, and care, even in the smallest actions, then you are building a foundation of excellence. The way you do anything is the way you do everything, and that way of thinking will determine your success. Implementation. Develop high standards for every action. Excellence begins with your mindset. When you treat every task, no matter how small, with the same respect and care as you would a major project, you set yourself up for success. No task is beneath you. Every task is an opportunity to build your discipline, your work ethic, and your character. Start by paying attention to the little things. Make your bed, show up on time, take care of the details. Whether you're cleaning your desk, responding to emails, or working on a presentation, treat every task as if it matters. It all adds up. The way you do the small things in your life will translate into how you approach the larger goals. When you make excellence a habit in the mundane, it will naturally carry over into the important things. Implementation. Build consistency into your life. Success is not a series of isolated events. It's a consistent pattern of actions. Consistency is what builds momentum, and momentum is what drives long-term success. Every time you commit to doing something, whether it's an easy task or a difficult one, you are strengthening your discipline. The key to building consistency is to make excellence non-negotiable in your life. Whether you're tackling a major project or simply responding to a message, give your best effort. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Make your effort a part of your identity. Excellence is a choice you make, every day, in every action. Implementation. Embrace integrity, even in the smallest things. Integrity is the cornerstone of excellence. It's the habit of doing the right thing even when no one is watching. When you commit to excellence, you also commit to integrity in every action you take. It means following through on promises, keeping your word, and holding yourself accountable for everything you do. To build integrity, start by setting personal standards and holding yourself to them. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you make a promise, keep it. Integrity is built through consistent actions, and over time, it becomes a natural part of who you are. When you act with integrity in the small things, you build the trust and discipline that will help you succeed in the larger things. Implementation. Develop a ritual of excellence. Rituals are powerful because they create structure, discipline, and routine. By creating rituals of excellence in your daily life, you condition yourself to perform at a high level every day. A morning routine, a structured approach to your work, and specific ways of handling challenges. These rituals serve as reminders of your commitment to excellence. Start by designing your own ritual of excellence. This could include things like planning your day the night before, setting daily goals, exercising, or taking a few minutes each morning for mindfulness. The key is to make excellence a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, and soon it will become second nature. Implementation. Pay attention to detail. Excellence is often found in the details. Small things, when done well, add up to extraordinary results. Paying attention to detail means that you are willing to put in the extra effort to ensure that things are done properly, even when it's inconvenient. It's the difference between doing something quickly and doing it with intention. When you focus on the details, you show respect for your work and for the people who will benefit from it. Whether it's making sure your emails are clear and concise, ensuring your presentation is polished, or simply keeping your workspace organized. The attention to detail you give reflects your commitment to your craft. Implementation. Excellence is a mindset, not an outcome. Many people associate excellence with the outcome of their work, how successful they are, how much recognition they receive. But true excellence is not about the result. It's about the mindset you carry into each task. It's about focusing on the process, giving your best effort, and holding yourself to a high standard, regardless of the outcome. Shift your focus from the end result to the journey itself. Cultivate a mindset of excellence that values the process over the product. This will help you stay committed to doing your best in every situation, even when things are tough or when the outcome isn't guaranteed. When excellence becomes your mindset, success will naturally follow. Conclusion. Build a life of excellence. Excellence is not something you achieve once and then forget. It's a way of life. It's the consistent pursuit of being the best version of yourself in every action you take. The way you do one thing is how you do everything. If you make excellence a habit, it will become ingrained in everything you do. and the results will speak for themselves. Start today by paying attention to the small details, developing consistency, and embracing integrity. Whether you are at work, in your personal life, or pursuing your goals, treat every task as an opportunity to show excellence. Your life will transform, and your success will be built on the foundation of your daily habits. When excellence becomes a part of your identity, you will achieve things you once thought impossible. To all the returning GrimFace warriors, thank you. Your dedication, your commitment, and your relentless pursuit of greatness are what make this community stronger every day. You've embraced the grind, the discipline, and the power that comes from within. Your journey is an inspiration, and we're just getting started. Keep pushing, keep evolving, and keep striving for the life you were meant to build. And to the new viewers, welcome. You've taken the first step toward transformation. The GrimFace movement is all about embracing your true potential, overcoming the darkness, and stepping into a life of power, purpose, and mastery. If you're ready to challenge the norms, break free from limitation, and take control of your destiny, hit that subscribe button now. Join us on this journey, because together, we'll rise to heights we never thought possible. This is just the beginning. Stay strong. Stay focused. Welcome to GrimFace.